This is a severe weather alert. You are watching 13 on your side.
Strong thunderstorms and heavy rain swept through parts of West Michigan today, and Muskegon County was one of the hardest hit areas, with rain causing some major flooding on typically busy roads in the county.
Now we'll hear more from city officials on how they're dealing with that in just a moment, but we want to start with Chief Meteorologist George Lessons, who is over in the Weather Center right now. George has the very latest on your forecast.
All the watches, warnings, and advisories have expired or were canceled. That is the good news. The storms came in about 90 minutes earlier than we anticipated, so we really didn't get the severe component from that, but we got all of the rain component. We did talk about some flooding possible yesterday for today. Some areas, especially in Muskegon County, almost getting 3 inches of rain. A lot of that coming in a very short period of time. You can see 1 to 2 inch amounts, quite common with these storms. The storm started out in Minnesota last night, crossed to the lake, came on shore around 10:30, which was about an hour and a half earlier, and so the atmosphere didn't have time to warm up. The severe weather has been happening over toward the Detroit area, and you can see the path of wind damage from north of Chicago through the southern counties over toward Detroit. Now this evening we still have a slight risk. That's down 1 category from the enhanced, mainly from I-96 southward, because the atmosphere is trying to recover, and we also have another chance for seeing some heavy rainfall here in West Michigan as those storms may refire again from I-96 off to the south. Now meteorologist Michael Behrens joins us now with more on that major flooding in Muskegon County.
Yeah, thankfully the storms that came through this afternoon didn't produce severe weather, at least not in anything in an appreciable manner, but what did produce heavy rain. Some definitely ominously looking skies earlier today. This was from Shelby, a drone view from Josh. This was Wayland. Shows how dark the skies got this afternoon, but it was more bark than bite, except for when it came to rainfall. That's where we saw scenes like this in Muskegon. Gregory sent us this photo here showing the car out there kind of sitting a couple inches deep into some water, in addition to flooded roadways that were very commonplace around Muskegon. This was from Lynette. We did speak to the city manager of Muskegon, Jonathan, earlier today about how the city handled the storms.
When you have rapid rain events like this, our storm infrastructure is designed to handle a certain amount of water at a certain rate, and sometimes when you have those stronger rain events, that can overwhelm the system temporarily until it has an opportunity to catch up. The good news is, with the event that we had, there were some minor traffic hiccups with it, but no injuries, nothing like that.
Now remember, when you do come across those flooded roadways, never attempt to drive through them. A foot of water can float away most cars, and 2 feet of rushing water can carry away vehicles, including trucks and SUVs. Always find an alternate way around and don't drive through the barricades. And of course, after the storms are done, we'd love to see your weather photos here at 13 on your side. You can scan that QR code to send them directly to us.
Although we missed out on the severe weather here in West Michigan because the storms came in about an hour and a half early, the atmosphere didn't have a chance to heat up enough to get that severe component, but we did get the heavy rainfall. Any more of that on the way? Well, early tonight, 13 weather ball is blinking bright. We still have a few lingering thunderstorms in sight before they're done, and the 13 weather ball is red. Hot and warmer and more humid weather ahead.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
As far as our weather, we have cleared out most of the storms, but there's still gray skies, a lot of humidity in the air, and that's going to be the case along with better air quality today. But unfortunately, that's going to get worse tomorrow. As the sun comes out, we've now got ozone in place, so we now have another air quality alert, or a clean air action day. This is not for wildfire smoke. This is for ozone along the lakeshore counties, also over toward Detroit. Yes, we got to put up with that yet. All of the storms, the heavier storms, have actually moved east of Detroit, heading out over Lake Erie toward Cleveland. We got a few lingering thunderstorms down to the south of Grand Rapids. Doubt if those will be severe, but you might want to just keep an eye on those, especially if you're in Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. Back to the west, we've got clear skies, and that's what we're going to see over the next day or two. before yet another round of some storms head in our direction. There are the storms this evening. They may blow up here for a while, but skies are going to clear. And with all the water that's been left on the ground, I think we're going to have some widespread dense fog for about 5 to 8 hours overnight. But then the sun comes out here during the day tomorrow. Tomorrow night will become partly to mostly cloudy. And then on Friday, there'll be a cold front coming on through, and that may touch off an afternoon or overnight thunderstorm. And the Storm Prediction Center is indicating that we'll be in a Category 1 out of 5 for severe weather. Of course, we update that every day, so that may either increase, decrease, or remain the same. What is not going to remain the same is the dew point. That will drop on Saturday by afternoon. It'll drop out of the 60s and 70s to around 60. And look at that pleasant weather Sunday through Wednesday. Very comfortable. Temperatures at or a little bit below average, but wow, look at next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They jump right up again into the 60s and 70s. Long range outlook after that, we're going to see our temperatures return to near average, around 82 for a high. In terms of rainfall, we have an equal chance of seeing more or less rainfall, but you can see where the storm track is going to be more to our south as we settle into a little more comfortable weather pattern. Out in Lake Michigan, still an early evening thunderstorm, and then skies will be mostly cloudy for a while and then becoming clear. Waves will come down to around 1 foot or so. Tonight, showers, thunderstorms early from Holland, Muskegon, and South Haven southward, and then some fog developing. Overnight lows in the muggy mid and upper 60s. Just some fog developing as skies clear later on this evening. And here in the greater Grand Rapids area, we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially around I-94 before they come to an end. 13 on your side forecast. We've highlighted Friday with that marginal risk for severe weather as we hit 90 plus both Thursday and Friday, dropping from the 80s into the 70s now on Sunday. Lots of sunshine most of next week. There might be a thunderstorm the following Friday. Well, at 5 o'clock, it was clear and dry out here on the weather deck. Now we're getting a shower out overhead. A lot of active weather down to our south yet this afternoon and this evening before it ends. 13 weather ball is blinking bright because of those lingering storms early tonight. It's also red, hot and humid weather ahead.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
And if you plan on walking the dog this evening, there could be a stray shower or a thunderstorm. Yes, Will, I know you got that look. We've got showers and storms and a red paw here up until about 6 o'clock, and then most of the storms are going to be exiting. Green paw after that for Vince to take you out as skies become partly cloudy. A lot more sunshine tomorrow than today. Clouds really raced in early to put the damper on the severe component of our severe weather. Nonetheless, still generating electricity from the sun tomorrow. Not so much from the wind. The winds are going to be fairly light once again. All of our solar energy is providing all of our green energy these days. And that sun is going to cook some of the ozone that's going to be coming out of Illinois. So we have an air quality alert with a Clean Air Action Day for the counties over southwest lower Michigan. Right now we have moderate air quality thanks to the showers and storms clearing out all the wildfire smoke, but it goes to USG here tomorrow, so not quite as healthy as today. Yes, we have some showers and storms that are refiring down closer to the Michigan-Indiana border. Here's the storms that came through earlier today that provide all of that flooding rain. We're focusing on these storms right over southern Van Buren County, southern Kalamazoo County, where there's a special weather statement in effect right now. This could produce some heavy downpours, maybe even some hail, and of course a lot of lightning. We'll be tracking these storms as they head generally along and south of I-94. That's where the storms will be. You can see those are going to blossom and head south and east. We don't have any more storms in our west Michigan area for the next day or two as skies clear overnight tonight. And we're going to see some fog perhaps late tonight, and then that'll burn off tomorrow. Lots of sunshine expected tomorrow. Tomorrow night should be okay, but then on Friday we're going to see a cold front come through, and that may trigger some scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially later on in the day into the evening hours. And for that reason, we have a Category 1 or a marginal risk for severe weather overnight Friday night. Long range outlook. August 3rd through the 7th, that 7-day period, temperatures will be a little bit cooler than our average high of 82. And less rainfall expected also during that 7-day period. Water temperatures today climbed to 70 plus everywhere. Still warming up. We'll reach our peak here in the next couple of weeks or so. South of Kalamazoo, there's a severe thunderstorm warning, but fog and clearing skies later on tonight as temperatures drop into the mid and upper 60s. Very muggy. Fog up north expected to develop, mid and upper 60s here, and a muggy night here in the greater Grand Rapids area. After those early evening storms move out, the fog will develop. 13 on your side forecast. We've highlighted Friday with that green or marginal risk color, and then as a cold front comes through, all the storms will end. Humid in the morning Saturday, then very comfortable weather Sunday through the following Thursday before it gets humid again, and then we'll see our temperatures warm up from the 70s back into the 80s. Just a brief light shower out here.
Yeah, I'm glad you have your umbrella though.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to need one. Hopefully not when I head to the car.
Yeah, that'll be done hopefully.
Thank you, George.
Well, some active weather we talked about is being considered by the National Weather Service for a severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for southern Calhoun County moving out of Kalamazoo County. You see up there in the upper left, one of the tags says tornado possible, and this is the strongest looking cell that we have seen this afternoon. And what we're very concerned about is this right here. This is just to the west of Athens. This is Battle Creek, very southern part of our viewing area. If you're in Athens, this has got rotation in it most likely, so you should be headed to a place of safe shelter. Severe thunderstorm warnings also mean there could be tornadoes embedded with that. So again, severe thunderstorm warning down in portions of southern Calhoun County moving out of Kalamazoo County. For us here in Grand Rapids, we still have a chance of a thunderstorm early tonight. That's why the 13 weather ball is blinking bright. It's also red. Hot and humid weather ahead.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
Another hour and a half of sunshine would have given us temperatures very warm up into the 80s today, but we had some high air quality cleaned out today, and we saw it improve our air quality. But tomorrow the air quality will go down once again, so we have an air quality alert, this time for ozone for the lakeshore counties and also Kent County. So again, we have to deal with that. Storms down to the south refiring right here. There were the storms that came through. Another hour and a half worth of sunshine would have got us into the severe element. We just got the downpours, as you saw with that. These storms are exiting the region in the next couple of hours, so that will come to an end as that mini low pressure system moves on out of the region. Now, we do have another chance for some stronger storms coming in later on Friday, but in the meantime, skies are going to clear this evening with all the rain around. We've got some fog that is expected to develop. You may have to deal with that in the morning, but a lot of sunshine coming in the afternoon, and boy, is it going to get hot. Dew points will be in the 70s. Cold front coming down through the area may give us another shot at some showers and storms during the afternoon and evening on Friday before those end overnight, and one of those could be on the severe side. Storm Prediction Center has put us in a marginal risk during the day on Friday into Friday night. We'll be watching that over the next couple of days. Dew points are about as high as they get. We'll climb up into the upper 60s and low 70s again next few days before they crash into the comfortable territory at the end of the month through the first few days of August, and then they shoot right back up on next Friday, and again, that's when our next chance of storms will be. And the feels like forecast, we're going to hit into the mid 90s, I think, with that heat index on Friday, and we may get back into the upper 80s by next Thursday. All the way around, a very humid forecast. Now, out on Lake Michigan tomorrow, skies will become mostly sunny during the day tomorrow, and we will see those waves virtually flat. Should be a great day to head to the beach despite the ozone. It's forecast then for the lakeshore, looking at mid 80s from Ludington and Hart northward, upper 80s to near 90 with that clean air action day. Lots of sunshine. Make sure you put on the sunscreen if you're headed to the beaches. Upper 80s to around 90 in the northern zones. A very humid, a hot day. Similar here in the greater Grand Rapids area. Skies will become sunny with high temperatures right around 90. 13 on your side forecast. Highlighted Friday with that marginal risk green day. Just so you stay weather aware, that's when our best chances for showers and thunderstorms will come after this evening, all the way through Friday night. Humid in the morning Saturday, but then the humidity clears out until the following Thursday afternoon through the start of the following weekend, when we may see another thunderstorm the following Friday.